So you may have or may have not have noticed that we have a number of images from Neylandville, and you may or may not know much about Neylandville. And I want to poke around in the archives in various places together just so that you can kind of get a feel for what answers we might be able to get from the digital collections and where else we might need to look in order to get other answers. And for all of these reasons, where you might be able to find some really good stuff to create your digital projects. Lots of potential in Neylandville. Neylandville is very close to Commerce. If you have not traveled this back route, I will back up and show you. It's between Greenville and Commerce, right here. For a number of years, the only business in that town was a liquor store because it was outside, just outside the Greenville city limits, and Greenville is dry. So if you come into Commerce through this back way, which a lot of us do to cut some time off, then you will have driven right past Neylandville. So let's take a look. Neylandville is a good place to start if you'd like to look at the ebbs and flows of community growth and elimination over time. And it is also good because there are a number of histories that had been put together. I think the most recent one was in 1980s for a reunion that the Commerce Public Library helped prepare for. So there's this history, this history that includes a number of images. That means that because this history was put together in assistance with the Neylandville City Council and the St. Paul Reunion Committee, we know a lot about it because those artifacts, once dug up, were then placed in the Commerce Public Library, and you'll be able to find a number of these resources in the Commerce Public Library. Some of us who grew up in Neylandville and attended St. Paul School have wanted for many years to write a history of our town and school. Much of that history has been lost, but with the help of many of our townspeople and some kind friends at the Commerce Public Library, we've been able to gather some bits and pieces which we have compiled here from federal census records, Neylandville school census records, school district field notes of 1918, Hunt County Commissioner's Court minutes, newspaper articles, personal interviews, written accounts, Commerce Public School minutes, maps, and so forth. There's also some personal scrapbooks and a number or a couple of the yearbooks that have been put together. Records and data have not always been available. There are often differing versions of some of the persons and events. We've included all the things we could find, and we feel that the facts reveal an interesting history of the people, the town, the school, and it certainly shows why additional archival work might be important, as it always is. So they included a number of copies of the census, and a lot of these pictures are in our digital collections, and those that aren't are in our physical archives. Neylandville was established when James Brigham and a family moved to the northeast corner of Hunt, Texas sometime in the late 1850s. Brigham, a former slave, had purchased his freedom, that of his wife Belinda, and one of their 10 children. He was paying on the freedom of a second child when General Gordon Granger issued orders on June 19, 1865 in Galveston, Texas, that all Negroes in the state were freed in compliance with the Emancipation Proclamation, which had been signed by President Abraham Lincoln on September 22, 1862. If you've not heard of Juneteenth, this is an important point. Look at the incredible distance between the Emancipation Proclamation signing and the orders in 1865, and also follow up on these dates. Neylandville, about 5 miles outside of Greenville, is the only